Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial / review on a new product. At least it's new to me. It is Resiners bubble removing machine. Now, this sounds crazy, but it is so cool. It was very easy to use, and I want you guys to comment down below by the end of the video and let me know what you guys think. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. Alright, so this is the Resiners bubble removal machine. Really cool. I've never heard of anything like this before. It is super easy to use. There was like 3 buttons, so I'm just going to give you guys a glance around the box here. It is extremely easy to use. It seems a lot more complex than what it really is. So I have never seen this in person before. I've never seen it used anywhere else. This is a very first time thing for me. I've never unboxed it. I'm just doing the live unboxing here. So we're going to learn about all of this together. So it comes with mixing cups, which is really nice, and of course the instruction manual as well. It is actually extremely lightweight. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a lot heavier, but I'm just kind of checking to make sure there's nothing else under there. And we are all good, so let's just kind of toss that box to the side for now. This is just a power cord. You just plug it right into the back, plug it into the wall. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now let's go ahead and get this packaging off of here. Correct me if I'm wrong if you go and look. I don't think there are other colors to choose from. I do think this is the only one, but again, I could be wrong. So this is the machine itself. Super easy. And then the clear plastic part here is just the little canister that you set your mixed epoxy into. So this little plug on the back here, when you're using the machine, make sure that is plugged. And then when the machine is done, you unplug that little hole and let it decompress for 30 seconds. Now I'm just showing you here that I am using a black spray painted tumbler. This is a little black dress from Color Shot. I am using a tumbler that has no glitter on it, and that is black spray paint purposely because bubbles show up like crazy on black spray paint. So I'm really just kind of putting this machine to the test here. Now, whenever I could put the epoxy on the tumbler, it will be a more completed tumbler. This is actually for a Creative Fabrica class tutorial. So if you guys follow me on there, make sure you go check out this new video once it is posted. But I wanted to use a tumbler with no glitter to really see if the bubbles will be gone. So I am using Flynn Sisters Artist Cure epoxy, and I'm just going to I'm mixing up 4 ounces total. So I'm putting 2 ounces of part A into 1 cup and 2 ounces of part B into the other. Mix it up really good. I'm sure I don't have to explain that to you guys. That's why I'm also going through this very quickly, so you don't have to see my epoxy mixing process, because you know I mix it for a good 3 minutes or so. But I am mixing pretty rough on purpose. I know it looks even rougher here because it's sped up, but I'm mixing really rough to cause a lot of bubbles to see what this machine can really do. So after a good 3 minutes or so, I'm going to put that entire cup of mixed epoxy down in that canister, and then I'm going to put that top piece on. Make sure that is plugged in the back. That is a really important step. Now all I'm going to do is hit the on button, and it starts the countdown for 5 minutes. I'm waiting on that number to the left to get up to, I believe it's 93 or 94, and that's when the suction really starts to be powerful and starts removing those bubbles. Now, I did not want to take this part out of the tutorial. I wanted you guys to see. Again, this is Flynn Sisters epoxy. I'm not sure what is happening here. It is bubbling up like crazy, and it actually ended up overflowing. So I messaged the company and sent them pictures and was like, hey, what is up with this? And this was their response. They were very kind about it. And helpful as well. So we know that Flynn Sisters epoxy is absolutely incredible. It does cure a little more quickly than others, I feel. So I had some KS resin on hand as well, and I decided to try that. So back to the lab, and I'm going to mix up 4 ounces total of KS resin liquid art using the same cups, the same method, all of that good stuff from my Flynn Sisters epoxy that I mixed up earlier. And we're going to try this process again. Now there are 2 settings on this bubble removing machine. There is a 5-minute setting and a 9-minute setting. I just stuck with the 5-minute setting. I didn't want to overdo it. But if you do the 5 or even the 9-minute setting and you just see that there are still a lot of bubbles, you can run it through another cycle. No big deal. Just make sure that back end right there is plugged. I'm going to set my mixed KS resin epoxy down in that little canister. I'm trying to be really, really careful because I know I've got some epoxy on these gloves here. And I'm just going to hit that on button, let it run for a 5-minute cycle. Again, you're waiting for that number on the left to reach, I believe it's like 93 or 94, it says in the instruction manual. But using the KS resin, it did turn out a lot better. It did still bubble up a little bit, but not as much, but it really like warmed up that epoxy. A lot of the bubbles were removed from it, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my tumbler. This is what I've done to it. It was a Hydro Dip Peekaboo, but I don't know if you can really see. I'm so sorry I didn't show you guys the cup itself, but I'm sure you can see it whenever I put it onto the tumbler here because I put on a ridiculous amount. It does look really, really clear going onto the tumbler, and I did not use any sort of heat on this, like a torch or a heat gun, and I think it turned out really, really good overall. Alright, so this is the finished tumbler. Let me get this to focus. Let me see. Okay, so I, of course, purposely used a tumbler with no glitter and with black paint on there because you guys know that black paint is very unforgiving and it shows a lot of bubbles. So I did not use any sort of heat thing like a torch or a heat gun or anything like that. I just applied the epoxy straight from the bubble removing machine and applied it on here, and it looks pretty dang flawless. What do you guys think? I personally think this is a really nifty little tool. I would never make a video on something that I don't think is worth it, or I don't think that somebody out there in this niche would appreciate. So I'm going to have a link for them down in the description. Make sure you guys go check that out. I think it was really, really fun to have and to use. And it was also extremely easy. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day. And today's quote is, "Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind." That is all I have for you guys today. I really, really hope you enjoyed this tutorial / review. I think, again, it was really, really fun. It was nice how it really warmed up that epoxy. And once I put it onto the tumbler, I feel like all the bubbles just kind of popped due to the heat that was produced by the machine. So I love it. I think it's really, really fun, and I think you guys would love it too. If y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!